Hmm. As the hours go by and it gets closer to sundown, they keep adjusting the green screen. The video I want to watch, acting like a bot then popping off. Dams. That's the only like Call of Duty should I watch. Yeah. It's just hilarious, dude. He acts like a bot or like a brand new player. And then when people start talking shit, then he pulls out a sniper and just destroys the whole other team. I'm pretty sure he's a cheater, but he just destroys the other fucking team.
What the am I saying?
How's...
running backwards.
Come on, I've hit the spacebar and I've clicked this. Like, what more do you want from me? You want my DNA or something? Like, you want my extremely rare DNA? Or is that enough? Black tea, Early Grey, or chocolate tea? Hmm. I can't decide. Shit's fucking hilarious, dude. This is the only shit that I watch that isn't RuneScape content. Acting like a bot and popping off. So he pretends he's like a fucking like robot or like a fucking noob. And he'll like sit in a building with like a fucking heartbeat sensor in a corner and just like lose the round. And if people start talking shit, then he'll just pull out his fucking main build or his main sniper and just shit on everyone. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
look at the kick on that. Holy buddy, you're insane, buddy. That's the best thing you've ever done, buddy. You're gonna.
It's Loki hack.
Dude, he's looking at the scenery right now. Looking at the islands and
Planning his vacation.
Come here, buddy. Come here, jump up the wheels on the front.
Oh, he hit that?
Tiki, come here, buddy. Come here, jump up the wheels on the front.
Did I just hit that? Oh my god!
oh, garlic bread,
Garlic bread, your poop.
Wait, did I just hit?
Oh, yo, black sucks.
Acting like a bot is back. If you guys want another one, all you gotta do is drop a like. Whenever this video hits 6,000 likes, I got you guys with another Acting Like a Bot episode. Quick shout out to this person. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a shout out, all you guys gotta do is comment the word bot. Comment the word bot and you'll get a shout out in the next video. My first Acting Like a Bot on Black Ops 7, so you guys are gonna enjoy this one. If you guys are new, drop a sub, turn on notifications so you guys don't miss a video. We're so close to passing Mr. Beast. Come through on Twitch to watch the reactions live, twitch.tv/bams. I'm finally streaming after a whole year, but real quick, minigame spin the wheel. You guys already know, man.
Oh my
Pick the
fucking
number,
god,
either
dude. Start the
6 or
fucking video, dude. Holy shit.
want some help to the channel, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the second channel where I post a lot more. That being said, sit back and enjoy Acting Like a Bot then popping off.
I played zombies in the old Call of Duty and never really liked it. What the f does this guy do?
I don't know, he just let someone run past.
The f is that? Wow.
He's a rangefinder or distance tracker.
Wow.
Well, looks like it's a 5v4. Oh my god, bro. What the f is this dude doing, bro?
He's sucking his own in the back, dude. That's why I wanted to play with this stacker.
He's a I hate him.
This dude's a bot. F***ing black sack.
Game tells me everything I already need to know.
This dude is the last guy alive every time. Bro, why wouldn't you go f***ing...
Check Black Ops, credits are about to roll.
Now go watch the window. Dude, this has gotta be a little... This has to be a little kid. This has to be a little kid, bro. I've never seen anything like this. This kid is so f***ing goddamn dumb.
Oh, dog. Dude, that's Spot. What the fuck? Spot came in.
It's gotta be.
That's Spot from Boston Dynamics. What the fuck?
know how this dude's got kills.
Search and destroy.
He's got 1 kill.
I just watched. Thanks, you got me.
Damn, dude, they f***ed us up, dude.
Yeah, they did big time.
I was gonna pop off and kill everyone.
Black Sack just got. Oh, what the? What the? Are you seeing Black Sack?
What the
Dude, he's hacking.
What?
He's gotta be hacking. He's gotta be hacking. Dude, he's
You give the controller to your brother or what?
Dude, he's hacking. He's gotta be.
Oh, he's hacking like a motherfucker, dude. There's no way. This dude was just 1 in 5. He's 6 in 5.
Like, yo, bro, get the f out of our team if you're gonna just camp, bro.
In the garage, you know where I hang it?
Look at him right there. Kill him. You're a f***ing bum.
Works for them.
Shoot.
Yo, this nigga sucks.
Yo, get the f for our team, you bum ass.
This nigga's ass, bro. Watch him blow his own self
You a
up with that.
bum, bro. Get the f off the team.
Yo!
Damn.
Broccoli
Yo, this
and
dude on
cheese
our
ass
team is
nigga.
annoying, bro.
I hate how that nigga Black Sack plays.
Just
Look at
you
him.
now. Watch your ass.
We never gonna win like this. He hasn't even shot. Look at him. Look at him.
Slow. Put your head down and get it done.
He's a
Dumbass
bum.
nigga.
And we lost this. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh my god. That nigga's horrible. I don't know how
Bro,
he
stop
got him.
shooting. No, he about to die.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga
You have another
sucks.
mag left?
That nigga be shooting for no reason.
One hostile remaining. We're not going down.
Yeah, behind you, buddy. Get out of your spot.
Your last chance.
And our teammate is.
This
Look at
nigga,
him. Look at
this
him.
nigga. That's not even where he comes from, and he's that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to report him. You heard?
Look. You don't kill him. I'm surprised he even got that. That was a lucky one, Yerk.
Yeah, he's a bot. He probably gave the controller up.
Yo,
You know what this shit look like?
Damn!
Was playing that the big bro was like, alright, give me. I'm done eating. And
Ooh,
they got dirty. They got dirty. Who's that? They
What
got
are we,
the ass
10?
cheeks, right? Oh look.
Why is my teammate
Oh my
talking mad
God.
shit, huh? Why is my teammate talking mad shit?
Is that a tranny?
I think your nigga got on his own teammate. Now they about to be
That's
going back
tranny.
and forth.
Wait, why were you guys talking mad smack though?
Oh, that
Because you was
this
playing like a
nigga.
bot.
Cause you was playing like a bot, nigga. The fuck?
Brown shaft. Shit. Yo, brown shaft.
My
got
brother
it,
Brown
bro.
Shaft. What the are you doing?
Just flying drones.
And playing like SEAL
Oh, hell
Team
no.
6.
Shoot him.
Oh, shit.
What the?
No.
That. Oh my. What the?
What?
Oh my god.
Nah,
That
brown
was
shaft.
some bull.
Wait, brown shaft. How long is the shaft?
Now you like that shit, don't you, huh?
Brown shaft.
Oh my gosh.
Brown shaft got a f***ing piece the size of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh shit. Like the f is that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, let's go, baby. Don't even reload. Brown shaft. Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Daddy, you gotta plant the bomb, Daddy.
Daddy.
Do you just prefer sir?
Son, what's up with this kid?
Time left to lock this down.
What the f is that gonna do?
Nah, I believe in brown shaft, man. He's gonna give you a hard reset, brown shaft.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
I told you, bro.
Good shit, Brown Shaft.
Brown shaft has a fucking huge.
Dude, this nigga's terrible, bro.
God damn! They
What you
gangbanged
doing
the
at
shit
spawn,
out of
Daddy?
him.
Why you hiding?
Brown
Wait,
shaft,
Brown
go
Shaft
kill him,
finally
bro,
moved.
please.
He finally moved. What are you looking at the floor for?
Fuck you looking at the floor for?
He's Jewish.
Yeah, why is he looking at the floor?
Oh my god. What the f are you looking at the
Oh,
floor
he
for?
was
I
nice.
told you, bro. He's looking for pennies,
Nice
bro.
and
He's looking for
slow.
pennies.
Last one standing.
Munch. Oh. Heck with it. What the? Oh my, what the? Oh, hell no.
Dude, everyone left on my team. Are we dead ass?
Troops in contact.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, later.
Final asset.
Oh my god.
Do your
I just
job.
shot it out the air. I think I just shot out the air.
Oh, shit.
Just shot a predator missile out of the air? What the fuck? I didn't even know you could fucking do that.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you definitely deserve an achievement for that. Holy shit.
Nah, it's crazy. Shit crazy.
Yeah, you definitely deserve a fucking achievement for that.
Shot turned me straight as hell, can't lie.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Dude.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Damn.
I think he's defusing. The luckiest
That's
sniper
crazy,
in the
dog.
world. Bro, he just hit on me. No, don't peek bomb, don't peek bomb, don't peek bomb. Look at this kid, nowhere even near the bomb.
Thank you, baby.
Bro, you're nowhere near the bomb, bro.
Look,
You
my
don't see
lips
where
are
the bomb
burning
is
because
about
I
to
ate an
explode,
orange.
bro.
I haven't eaten an orange in like months. I like fucking acid in the orange fucking like hurts even more.
Hostiles defuse the bomb.
One of our teammates are hiding in spawn. Just get them out as fast as possible.
You little snitch, bitch.
Word, he stayed in spawn and got no kills. You got out the spawn and died, you
He
idiot.
little snitch, bitch. I'm telling you, he's snitch, bitch. This guy's garbage too, bro.
Time's low. Put
This
your
guy,
head down
give him
and
marshmallow. Somebody give him marshmallow for his camping trip.
What the hell?
Get this new RuneScape videos up since I've been on vacation.
What is wrong with this guy? Yo, getting us out of this game,
Block
please.
your
He
clickbait
definitely
ass
Down
fucking
syndrome.
shitty editor. Ain't clickbaiting me, dude. Your shitty ass fucking editor. I got permanent banned again? No, you didn't, dude. Oh, he's probably killing. No, you didn't, dude. I didn't flip
Okay,
some
wow,
items
the
onto you, man.
LSO. Oh, I sold all the SERP helms and the Rings of Returning for double what I paid. Okay, and almost, yeah, just like 2.5 times what I paid for the Ellie. But let's see if I can swap this back for...
It's weird how he's making a whole bunch of money during this shot, and usually he doesn't even record content like this. Like, none of his content is him, like, merching or anything like that. I think this shit's fake. Or staged.
more than I paid for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fake. He doesn't make content like this, like, talk about merching or anything like that.
No! Banned for RWT again.
I already knew he was banned for real world trading. Without even looking fucking in the email. It might be a fake video. It might just be like a fucking fake ban screen. It might just be trying to click me. Sure. I'm gonna watch the rest of the video, but so far what I'm seeing, yeah, this is fake as hell. Right over the fucking double ad limit, 10:55. 10-minute long
We
video.
like to play against ChemQ, cause ChemQ is our mate. And when ChemQ has GP, he sells it to his mate.
Oh my god.
I always knew you'd go back to your old ways. Looks like I was right. You got what was coming. Enjoy your ban, silly man.
Okay, but seriously, could you do me a favor and please comment that in the comments below, because that would really push this video into the algorithm better. Also, it'll really troll some people. Because this time, I actually didn't break the rules of RuneScape. I noticed over the last few Deadman modes that the prices of items that are used in the finale but aren't really used throughout the season, they skyrocket towards the last few days of Deadman. Now, of course, the swap rate goes down a lot as well, but I was hoping the prices would go up so much that I would make a profit. And I had some moderate success. A few days ago, I bought an Ellie for 600 mil Deadman. Just straight off the Grand Exchange instantly. Based on the
What the
intro,
fuck?
you already
Why?
know how that went. Like, for example, on the morning of February 15th, I had bought several pairs
How the
of
fuck you do
Avert
that?
treads. Now, these were skyrocketing.
Fucking kidding me, dude. Ah, plug in.
2 days ago, I bought an LE for 600 mil Dead Man. Just straight off the Grand Exchange instantly. Based on the intro, you already know how that went. Like, for example, on the morning of February 15th, I had bought several pairs of Avernic treads. Now, these were skyrocketing instantly. Within 16 hours, they had
18
doubled
mil
in
each?
price,
I highly
even
doubt
though the
that.
swap rate only dropped slightly. But I was especially disappointed that I got banned because I had actually made a lot of progress on my account, killing black dragons, hoping for a Visage, and I transferred a lot of money to the account that got banned. And this was a fun way to get some XP because I was able to get 99 ranged pretty much without ever training ranged. I would just sit near my cannon and it would auto reload itself with the automation sigil. So it was pretty cool, but I did get hit by a Piquer. He did seem to start the fight with very low HP though, maybe so that he could Darok bomb me with a droid. I think he just thought I was AFK.
Down.
That was fun. Oh my gosh. Did you hear Perp in the background? I was listening to his stream and he saw that he got a purple from Tombs of Amasket at the same time that I just got a Visage. That scared me,
Purple
man. I
from
was
a
like,
300? Holy fuck,
is the
that's
alert
rare.
coming from Perp stream or what is happening? I was going a little too hard the first few days of Dead Man before we got into our present situation. And now I've got to submit an appeal on this ban. And I'm going to show you what it's like because it's pretty different now. At least since I last did this, unfortunately. Swapping and merching was my solution to not losing sleep and burning out. Because... Okay. I guess it's permanent? Why? We cannot guarantee that the evidence...
You go directly to fucking RuneScape CEO, Odablock. I might have to go talk to Odablock, RuneScape CEO, to get himself unbanned. Because you know their anti-cheat team's probably incompetent as fuck. Their dev
now, when
team
you're
is
submitting an
incompetent
appeal
as
to
fuck.
Jagex, you have to get on their same page. You have to speak their language. After doing some research, I discovered
yeah,
what
you gotta,
that was.
you gotta
It turns
speak.
out
You gotta
that English
speak like
English.
No, you gotta speak like fucking like grade 4 level or grade 3 level. You gotta use very small words. Yeah, you gotta use very small words. You gotta say like Minecraft or Roblox every like few sentences, or you lose their attention. Yeah.
Which is a relief because
Your
that's my
brains
first
are
language
underdeveloped.
and I can both read and write in it at a 4th grade level. So this next part should be a piece of cake. I have to write Jagex a little essay about why I should be unbanned. And I wrote something a little like this.
Because of my high-profile accounts, I assure you I would never risk association with a compromised account or sell such a small amount of gold. I promise you, swapping is allowed, and thank you
What
for
up,
your
dog?
consideration, and have a wonderful
Oh
day.
shit! What's up, dude? We're just
I got a
watching Kim Q's like a permanent banned again. It's probably fake or clickbait, but you know. I'm just
From
waiting for my
Jagex.
weed to
And
dry.
they must read and write at a 5th grade
My
level
weed's too
because I don't
fresh.
understand a lot of these words. Ah, just an automated reply for now. I just didn't see this before. I think I've got good news. Yep. I am unbanned. Glad I didn't lose this. You know how it feels to
fake
get
ban.
an A on an assignment? Well, that's how I feel right now. I feel like I got an A on my essay, and all it took was getting banned and then unbanned again, and ending up with the same thing I had before. but
Hey, this
a
is true.
newfound
This just shows you how
appreciation for it.
incompetent fucking
Life really is about the little
Jagex'
things.
fucking
When I look back,
anti-cheat team is. Like, I guarantee I can go to fucking Zelcano right now and find the bot that's been around for fucking months. If they ban real
at
players,
the
but they don't
footage,
ban the
it
bots
was
at
really
all.
no wonder I was getting banned for typing stuff like this. But I think it's more likely that I got banned because this is just a really low-level account, level 36, with some really, really low stats. They saw how much money I had, and they probably just wanted to ban me, which can't really
No,
blame them.
it's connected to your main account. It's connected to your fucking main account. It's connected to your fucking player mod account, dude. How you gonna say that? And you made another account just to swap.
However, it is a little bit silly that this
Are you
character
saying this account got banned? This isn't even your fucking main account. This is a new account. I knew he clickbaited for some
shares
reason.
a Jagex account with a player moderator.
Yeah,
and they still banned
he's
this
lying,
account.
dude.
But
He said his fucking main account got banned, but now it's some fucking brand new account. Hold on, where's the fucking... Right there. He's playing on his fucking player mod ChemQ account. And then he's saying it got banned, but then he's saying fucking... Now he's saying fucking his level, where is it? His other account got fucking banned. I can't find it anymore, of course, but now his fucking other noob account with a whole bunch of money got fucking banned. Man, these RuneScape creators are so fucking shit, dude. All they do is clickbait the shit out of fucking people, man. I need to start fucking doing that, man. I need to make a video called Killing fucking I PK'd Odablock. And it's just me running around fucking Lumbridge killing like fucking bald men or something like that. Or killing some bald monster or something like that.
The old school economy this month has
I
been
gotta make some
pretty wild.
clickbait ass shit like that. Like, I killed Odablock with a bronze dagger. It's just me killing like fucking men in Lumbridge with fucking a bronze dagger.
Thanks to one big reveal,
bald
and that is the
characters with
Winter
the
Summit.
fucking-
The Winter Summit is a keynote presentation that is going to be going over all the new updates for 2026. Now, we're getting some massive things this year. Most of it was already known, but we are getting a brand new raid, new bosses, the end to a quest line, sailing updates, tons of new stuff. And that has massively swung the prices of some items. Okay, so let's start off with the new raid because that is the biggest market mover by far. The new raid is going to be called the Fractured Archive.
Stupid name. TFA. The fuck. I'm gonna be calling it the Fuckboy Association. I don't give a fuck, dude. If I see TFA, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna call it the Fuckboy Association. I'm gonna check my weed drive yet. Pungent. Dang, that's some pungent grass, chat.
And we actually didn't get almost any information about the raid itself beyond the name and a few.
Such lazy fucking development, dude. Like, where the fuck's the body and the fucking legs, dude? And the arms? Like, what the fuck?
Didn't get almost any information about the raid itself.
Hey, where's the rest of
name
the
and
boss,
a
dude? Just the
few
head and
snippets of
fucking
what the bosses
hair.
will look like. So all we have is art and a name. Surely people won't be speculating based on... Yep, people are speculating based on absolutely nothing. Or at least that's my assumption. Now, one of the default speculations when there isn't that much information tends to this be, surely Crush will be useful as this new boss. I don't really know why, but it's just a very common thought, and you can see that Inquisitors has actually gone up quite a lot leading up to the Winter Summit. It actually went from about 115 mil, literally doubling in price. Nothing was really confirmed by it, so the prices started to drop a bit. Same thing with Inquisitor's Mace has risen over 100 mil just in the last few months. Massive price change. It being potentially the best in slot Crush weapon. Now, one item that wouldn't actually be used in the raid, but to get to the raid is actually the Gothixian Temple Teleport.
Oh shit! So it's right by the fucking chaos. Fucking burning claw demons. Whatever the fuck they're called, burning demons or whatever the fuck. I forget. I don't fucking really care, but
They did reveal that the entrance to the raid will be down in the Gothixian temple. So unless there's a new way to get there, this temple teleport will be by far the quickest. You can see there's a massive spike when the Winter Summit was revealed, literally tripling in price on the day of the summit.
oh, that's because more people.
Now another huge price increase that happened from the Winter Summit is to the Necklace of Anguish. This one does make sense because they did mention a Anguish upgrade. There are some pictures of people selling their Anguish for 32 mil on the Winter Summit day, which is kind of crazy. The Zenates are tied together, so they never really swing up and down that quickly. Another interesting one is actually the hemostatic dressing. Now many of you may not even know this item exists at all, and that's fair because currently it's almost entirely useless. This was an item added with saline, and it essentially gets rid of a bleed effect, which literally only works on Vardorvis and technically the new Griffin boss. But we can see during the summit, the volume spiked up by an order of magnitude, and this is because they're going to be finishing the vampire storyline. There's going to be some vampire themed bosses, and it seems a little coincidental that they add this random item in that only works on essentially one NPC. So I think a lot of people think there's going to surely be a new use for it with some of the updates this year, and that does kind of make sense to me. The price pretty much instantly doubled, but again has fallen since then. Now, another really interesting reward with the Winter Summit has to be Seeker Arrows. Seeker Arrows are essentially going to add a minimum hit and extra accuracy to any other arrow in the game. And of course, the Dragon Arrow being the strongest has gone up already about 500 GP this month.
Damn.
And we can see right on the 25th, a huge spike in volume, up to 8 million traded per day, a double volume day.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know why, but a couple other interesting price increases
bow is
this
already
month
the best
actually are
in slot
on
for majority of
the ammo
bosses. It's gonna be
contracts.
best in
They've
slot
been
for
out
every boss.
a fair while now, and some of them are incredibly cheap, like the contract of Glyphic Attenuation down to under 100k. But pretty much at the start of this year, they've already quadrupled in price, hitting peaks of 500k each. Sensory Clouding also got all the way up to 500k. No clue why. Most likely due to just the ebbs and flows of how popular a boss is. If Yama becomes less profitable, less people do it, and these kind of side items start to go up. But pretty notable for it to go up like almost 4 times in value. Now, although there aren't that many items that were directly affected by the Winter Summit, just because we didn't really get that much actual information with it, however, the PVM market in general has been trending upwards very quickly. This is mostly in anticipation for the 2 big PVM updates we're getting later in the year. So pretty much since the beginning of 2026, tons of items have been increasing rapidly. Confliction gauntlets have actually doubled this year so far, which is a huge increase. They are the second most expensive Doom item right now. But the other items have also gone up a lot as well. The Eye of Iank has gone up about 75%, and even the Vernic Treads have gone up to over 200 mil, making Doom an insane moneymaker still. And if you look at the demon tiers, they are consistently up to 400 mil right now. So a huge rebound in Doom prices.
400 GP, not 400
Synapses have had a huge rebound as well. They were down to as low as 13 mil in December, but have spiked back up to 40 again. It's crazy. Tormented Demons are again an insane moneymaker. Another interesting item is the Void Waker. If you look at the 29th of January, there was a massive spike, and this is due to a small change on the update day. This change made it so you need access to the Wilderness Hard Diary to access all of the Wilderness bosses, or at least the solo versions of them. So the Void Waker pieces have a higher requirement, mostly trying to limit bots. You can see the volume has actually dropped quite a bit, so I think it is doing something at least for now. Looking at botted items in general, they have definitely been rebounding. When you look at the price of heavily botted items, it is quite cyclical. Often the botting situation will just get worse and worse, until then
baby. Actually, fuck that, dude. Nobody wants to watch my RuneScape content. Yeah, nobody wants to watch my RuneScape gameplay. Fortunately, not even Behemoth. The bizarre history of
Welcome
animals
to
put
the
on
Wavy
trial.
Web Serve Expeditionary Base Camp. Today we're in the jungle going on a bit of a safari, an exploration of when the rule of law and the animal kingdom collide. On occasion throughout history, people have tried to apply the laws and morality of man to animals. And the times we've tried it, it typically hasn't gone well for the animal in question. You've got everything from cannibal monkeys receiving life sentences
Holy
after
shit.
going on alcoholic rampages, to demonic roosters being sentenced to burn at the stake by medieval juries. And of course, how could we forget when a town participated in lynching a 4,000-pound Asian elephant by use of crane for the
Holy.
crime of murder? Yes, I know, pretty dark stuff, but it's not all grim. Some intermingling of law and order and animals have yielded less macabre results. Endangered monkey sues man over viral selfie photo. One of the most infamous court cases involving an animal in modern history is rather fittingly a copyright dispute. And it was filed by this monkey named Naruto. Okay, well, he didn't technically file it himself, PETA did for him. Naruto's monkey selfie is one you've all likely seen on the internet, but who actually owns the image? The monkey took the picture, but copyright doesn't apply to animals, right? Let's get into it. This is British photographer David Slater. Beginning in 2008, this guy started going on trips down to Indonesia to photograph endangered monkeys, specifically the Celebes crested macaques. By virtue of these monkeys being rare and remotely located, they're timid and difficult to photograph. So it takes David years to build up the rapport with these little rascals until he finally lands the photo to end all photos. On a trip in 2011, David set up his tripod where the monkeys typically hung out. Typically, the monkeys got nervous and ran off if he started, actively aiming cameras at them. So the idea here was that maybe if he acted natural and passed their vibe check, perhaps the macaques would just start playing with the camera and maybe take their own picture. So David just let the macaques have their way with them for a bit. Some of them start looking into the camera lens and playing with the buttons. And one of the monkeys, which would later be given the name Naruto, manages to trigger the camera's shutter and take some pretty incredible up-close self-portraits, almost as if it was taking selfies. This one in particular being quite remarkable. Upon reviewing the photography later, David was stunned. He'd never seen anything like it. The man quickly took his monkey selfie to the British media in an effort to showcase the piece to the world. In July of 2011, The Telegraph and The Guardian would be some of the first to publish the monkey selfie image. And when people got their eyes on it, they were in complete awe. It's really one of those photos that makes you feel a lot closer to animals than you did before seeing it. The photo goes viral, but problems quickly arise. A false narrative gets associated with the picture, one that claimed David Slater had simply left his camera in the jungle and Naruto stumbled across it, picked it up, and snapped the picture himself. Others made claims that the monkeys stole the photographer's camera and then took the photo. While fun to imagine, these claims are patently false, as in all reality, David had spent years building up trust and learning the quirks of this monkey species to even photograph them in the first place. He was physically present and near his camera when Naruto snapped the picture. He also beforehand set up the camera mode and lens in a configuration to where, let's just say, a monkey could use it and snap a passable photo easily. David did his best to correct the record on this misinformation, but unfortunately for him, thanks to the internet, the rumor would become the prevailing narrative behind the monkey selfie, and this soon led people to question if David actually held copyrights over it. Enter David Slater's first op.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
On July 9th, 2011, an editor for Wikipedia would upload the Slater monkey photos to the Wikipedia website. But in their upload, this editor did not provide any licensing information or any credit to David Slater. Rather, a note was added stating, quote, "This file is in the public domain because as the work of a non-human animal, it has no human author in whom copyright is vested," unquote. Wikipedia, for better or worse, is one of the largest arbiters of truth online. And so naturally, you can imagine Slater got pretty pissed when he saw some nerds at Wikipedia arbitrarily deciding he had no rights to the monkey selfie he was indirectly responsible for. A back and forth would ensue between Slater and Wikipedia, with the photographer demanding that the platform remove the monkey selfie if they weren't going to license it or credit him. And Wikipedia's response was essentially, "It's not your photo, lil bro." Quote, "We received a takedown request from the photographer claiming that he owned the copyright to the photographs. We didn't agree, so we denied the request." I think many of you are intuitively probably picking up on what's going on here, but Wikipedia is arguing that because the monkey quote unquote took the photo and copyright only applies to human beings, no human being actually owned it. Therefore, it was public domain. I find it rather interesting that Wikipedia took it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and executioner here, as even if Slater didn't technically snap the photo, he did very much facilitate its creation. It would almost certainly not exist without his involvement, but I digress. This case is controversial for a reason. This move from Wikipedia created a domino effect, and websites across the internet started using the monkey selfie photo without paying licensing fees to David Slater. Because, well, Wikipedia said it was public domain, so fuck it, it's a free-for-all, right? Slater's licensing management would attempt takedown requests, but they were mostly ignored. All of these articles and publications took the "it's public domain, so it's free to use" angle. David is a photographer and made a living off of licensing fees from his image. This perceived theft was obviously a huge blow to him. The guy expected the monkey selfie to be his meal ticket, but found it stolen right from under him. The only recourse that he had at the time was to sue people, but lawyers are expensive and the man was by no stretch wealthy. So this wasn't really an option for him at the time. He reflects on feeling swindled out of the selfie. Quote, "I made £2,000 for that picture in the first year after it was taken. After it went on Wikipedia, all interest in buying it went. It's hard to put a figure on it, but I reckon I've lost £10,000 or more in income. It's killing my business." Things would continue to get worse for David, as later in 2014, the U.S. Copyright Office published an opinion explicitly stating that, quote, "A photograph taken by a monkey," unquote, "is an example of something that cannot be copyrighted." Even the United States overlords of copyright disagreed with him. Just a few weeks before this, the Wikipedia folks that started this whole kerfuffle had been having a bit of fun at Wikimania 2014, with Wikipedia co-founder Jimmy Wales taking selfies with printed copies of the Naruto selfie photograph. It's almost as if the guy knew about the US Copyright Office's opinion in advance. Despite the soy jack-worthy smug selfie from Jimmy Wales, David remained adamant that the photos were his property. Many copyright lawyers would also speak out around this time in agreement with him. But just as a monicum of sympathy for David's plight began to manifest, PETA would swoop in to clip the wings of any legal effort David may have been preparing to mount, and they would proceed to bird shit out their own case against him. PETA, and to clarify, I'm not talking about the Family Guy, we're referring to the animal rights group, they entered the fray in 2015 just as Slater had announced he was releasing a book titled Wildlife Personalities. The marquee photo in this book was none other than the beloved monkey selfie of Naruto. PETA believed that not only did David not have the rights to this image, they believed that the monkey should have copyright over it and that David was essentially stealing from the monkey. On September 22nd, 2015, PETA filed a lawsuit against both Slater and his book's publishing company in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California. In their suit, PETA had given the monkey a name, which you already know is Naruto. PETA argued that Naruto should not only be assigned as the copyright holder of his photo, but that PETA should have exclusive rights to the proceeds of the photos so that they could deliver this money to Naruto and the other crested macaques for their own benefit. You could say that they were taking the monkey's case pro bonobo. During the early stages of Slater's lawsuit, Slater's publisher's strongest defense was that copyright law didn't extend to animals, which ironically was an argument once used by Wikipedia to justify that the photo should be public domain because they believe since a monkey took it, nobody owned it. For the first time in this story, David Slater
Chuck in
would
the
catch
beer
a
and
break,
stuff like
a
that.
rather small one at that. In January of 2016, in a provisional ruling, U.S. District Judge William Orrick agreed with the defense's argument, saying, quote, Congress and the president can extend the protection of law to animals as well as humans,
Well, he has
but
to
there is
argue.
no
He should argue
indication
that
that
he should argue that it's his art. He gave the monkey the camera, right? They keep building trust with them, and he gave the monkey the camera, and how hard it is to fucking get a photo of them. They're scared of the camera, and you can't point cameras at them because they'll get scared and run away. That should have been his argument. Like it's his piece of art.
they did so in the
Who the
Copyright
fuck else is a
Act,
picture,
and the
right?
case was dismissed
Go
on
try to get a
January
picture
28th.
yourself. Tell me how hard it
Essentially, the
is,
court
right?
emphasized that, yeah, there are laws that protect animals, but copyright isn't one of them. So despite what you may have read on the internet, no, Naruto the monkey does not own the selfie photo, and PETA is getting no money from it. But frustratingly for Slater, his claim to the copyright wasn't clarified much in this case. While he did indeed set up the environment for the picture to be taken, the monkey was the one that posed and snapped the photo. Therefore, technically, the animal took it, and while I'm not saying it 100% for certain is, the implication here is that the monkey photo
he
is
wasn't that
in the
smart.
public domain. PETA
He should have got me to be his lawyer, dude. We would have won that case fucking easily. And I'd be fucking a lot richer than I am now. Yeah, we would have won the case easily. He fucking invested his time to get a photo. Like, he wasn't just going to these places to feed the monkeys. He was trying to get a photo of them because they're very hard to get a photo of. And they're fucking very rare breed of fucking monkey. Yeah, this is a piece of art that he made. It's not just fucking a monkey just stealing his camera and taking a photo.
would eventually appeal this decision, but it ended in a
hired
settlement
me as
between
lawyer.
themselves and David. This settlement involved David promising to pledge 25% of future profits made from the monkey photos to groups that would work to protect the crested macaques. And that was that. If you're asking my non-legal opinion, I do sympathize with Slater a bit, and it is very frustrating that the court left so much ambiguity in regard to who was the copyright owner of this photo. As I've stated previously, it doesn't exist without him. I think there is a universe where Slater was a much richer man and could pay lawyers to pursue costly lawsuits. And in this universe, I think he might have had a chance of getting an explicit statement from the court underscoring his rights to the monkey photos. But when it comes to civil matters, the level of justice received often will extend only to how deep your wallet is at the time. Now, David, of course, still can use the images commercially, and as far as I know, he still asserts himself as the author of them. The big takeaway, though, is that Naruto doesn't own them. Interestingly, this case has provided some rather useful insight in the context of AI-generated content. Naruto versus Slater has become a touchstone case in regard to the question of does AI own the work it creates, at least under US law. If you're going off the precedent set by the monkey, no, it doesn't. Only humans can create copyrighted works as the law stands. So no, you're not going to be seeing AI chatbots filing copyright lawsuits anytime soon. And I hope to God it never gets there, because if that's the case, what plays out in the
take down my
Animatrix
channel
isn't
with those
probably
AI
too far
copyright
off.
strikes.
The Basel Rooster Trial. Okay, now if you're looking for a historical example of an animal being made to formally stand trial in the court of law, look no
if you guys
further.
just joined, we're watching the bizarre history of animals put on trial by Wavy Web Surf. Fucking this guy only releases bangers. Fucking bangers. Hits after hits.
Than the medieval rooster that was burned at the stake for its heinous crimes against God. When observing the architecture in the city of Basel, Switzerland, tourists can find a curious amount of eerie-looking statues depicting basilisks and cockatrices, which, unbeknownst to me before writing this video, are effectively the same mythical creature. Basilisks are usually depicted as more serpent-like and cockatrices are more cock-like, but both of them are deadly venomous reptile-chicken hybrids that can kill or turn their enemies to stone simply with their gaze. Statues of these things can be found everywhere around Basel. An important grimoire note about these creatures that's key to this story: both basilisk and cockatrices are born from an egg laid by a rooster, which, if you didn't know, roosters don't lay eggs normally. A rooster's egg, if discovered, was said to have been a bad omen. Locals at the time claimed sorcerers and apparently Satan himself employed witches to hatch such rooster eggs in an effort to form a basilisk army that would do the devil's bidding and kill people. Basel, Switzerland in the medieval times had much superstition regarding the legend of the basilisk. Farmers and townsfolk were always on the lookout for any potential corrupted egg-laying roosters about. And in the year 1474 in Basel, they found one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your seasonings ready because a chicken is about to get burnt on a cross. According to legend, a local rooster had laid an egg, and once discovered, Basel citizens were mortified. News spread about the alleged demonic egg-laying cock, and before long, a full-blown hysteria had taken over the populace.
Oh, shit.
Medieval YouTubers
Oh,
were
no.
pumping out slop videos covering the drama, with titles like "The demonic rooster situation is insane," and "The Basel rooster just ended his career." It was a real calamity. So the egg-laying rooster was brought to the magistrate's court and accused of consorting with the devil, a penalty punishable by death. But not so fast, he'd have a chance to fight for his life in court. Sort of. In medieval times, animal trials were not all too uncommon, but rarely was there ever real justice for the animals involved. In all reality, most of the historical animal trials you'll read about in books and online are nothing more than kangaroo court cases fueled by some sort of religious panic. They often involved animals accused of being possessed by the devil or something like that, and well, they tend to just find the thing guilty and kill it to appease panicked townsfolk and rally people together around the centralizing force of religion. But hey, maybe this rooster could beat the case and become the O.J. Simpson of satanic animals. So how exactly does a rooster stand trial? The little guy can't even speak up for himself to defend himself in front of a judge or jury. Well, fear not, the magistrate's court appointed it a public defender. You might be surprised to find that both
Public
the
defender.
defense and prosecution in this
It's
case
the public
actually
defender,
locked
Dr.
in and
Doolittle.
submitted
Dr.
actual
Doolittle.
argumentation in regard to the rooster's
Who else can talk
alleged
to animals?
satanic partnership. It wasn't just some phoned-in bullshit. They actually tried somewhat. According to a chronicling of the event, the rooster's public defender argued that, quote, no evil animus had been proved against his client and that no injury to man or beast had resulted. The laying of the egg was an involuntary act and as such not punishable by law. If it was intended to impute the crime of sorcery to his client, he was entitled to an acquittal, for there was no instance on record of Satan having made a compact with one of the brute creation. Essentially, the defender argued that the egg laying from the rooster was an innocuous glitch of nature, and that because no harm had come of it, nor had any person witnessed the rooster
wasn't malicious.
interacting with demonic forces, the cock should be acquitted. Unsurprisingly, the prosecutor made the wise decision to appeal to the religious anxieties of the people.
Yeah, the rooster wasn't
effectively
doing
arguing
satanic
that
prayers.
the
Like-
rooster was subject to a demonic possession, and therefore was technically consulting with Satan in a roundabout way. A law article from W.W. Hyde called The Prosecution and Punishment of Animals and Lifeless Things explains the angle from the prosecution. It was not a case of the devil making a compact with brutes, but that Satan actually entered into them on occasions. And he adducted the case of the Gadarene swine and the fact that these animals, through involuntary agents like the cock, had been punished. The prosecutor argued that although the animal didn't have actual intent of being evil, he was still tainted by Satan's demonic essence entering and causing the egg laying, and thus it should be destroyed to prevent any corruption in the future and possible basilisk and cockatrices being born. The Gadarene swine case mentioned by the prosecutor is a reference to the story in the New Testament of the Bible. I'm not a theologian or anything, so bear with me, but it's a story where Jesus confronts the spirit of a demon who is possessing a man. Upon being confronted by Jesus, the spirit begs for mercy and requests to be allowed to transfer into the bodies of some nearby pigs, promising not to cause any problems. Instead of destroying the evil spirit, Jesus allows the request, but then the evil spirit immediately upon possessing the pig creates a stampede that leads all of the
That's the most bullshit fucking story ever, dude. What the fuck? Why would he let him take possession of something fucking else, dude? Why wouldn't it? Like, what the fuck? If the demon was begging for fucking mercy, why wouldn't he just vanquish the demon? That's the most bullshit fucking story I've heard, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Other pigs to falling off of a cliff and into a lake where they all drown. The story is meant to highlight
It's like
the
Noah's Ark.
inherently evil.
Like, how the fuck's Noah's Ark even fucking possible? He fit a male and a female of every single fucking animal. No, a lot of those animals would be attacking each other and shit. Like, it wouldn't be fucking that easy. Like, and one person wouldn't be able to fucking do it. You need a team of animal fucking wranglers and like 3 gods. You need like Noah's fucking like grandfather and like his grandfather. Like, you need a lot of fucking power. Like, you can't. Fucking stupid, dude. Half of these stories are fucking hilarious.
Nature of demonic spirits.
In the Bible.
Even when Jesus allowed the spirit a way out, it immediately went on to possess and kill a herd of pigs moments later out of spite. And the prosecutor argued this rooster was a similar example of what could happen to the Gadarene swine in the Bible. While it may be an innocent creature, if possessed by a reckless demon, the chicken's nature is essentially overruled and could be used as a vessel by demonic forces to cause chaos. So it must be dealt with. In the end, the poor rooster was deemed guilty for the crime of cockatrice egg laying and consorting with the devil and was sentenced to death. Burnt at the stake as a heretic alongside its eggs in a ceremony held in the public town square. They had it smelling like a Popeye's chicken up in that hoe. While it's unlikely that the chicken's egg contained any such cockatrice, one question remains. Why did this rooster lay eggs? The Basel rooster trial is rather infamous and has been studied for centuries. And with advancements in science and biology, people have submitted some convincing theories. Theories that have only added to the already ridiculous nature of this chicken torching incident. The most interesting theory, in my opinion, well, it's possible that the rooster wasn't a rooster at all, but a female chicken that developed male plumage due to a tumor or something that caused elevated levels of testosterone. A hen with such a condition would look similar to a rooster, but could still lay eggs. Right now, we have some images of hens popping up on screen that have gone under such a testosterone transformation. These are female chickens. So you could imagine if this was the case, then yeah, it would look like a rooster laid an egg. An equally likely theory as to how the rooster had an egg, well, it could have just been framed. It could be possible that someone simply had it out for the owner of the rooster and wanted to cause drama for them, so they just put an egg under it. Or perhaps someone from the church did this to stir up religious fervor. Whatever the case, I include the Basel rooster because it's in the cohort of truly absurd historical cases where they dead-ass had animals show up to courtrooms with actual judges and juries sentencing them to some sort of bizarre punishment. Shit like that just does not happen in the modern age. Next, we discuss a truly unusual case of capital punishment enacted on an animal during times of war. A public hanging of a monkey accused of being a French spy. Though some historians claim it might have not even been a monkey at all, it might have been a captured child. The Hartlepool monkey hanging. Welcome to Hartlepool, a northern English port town with almost 100,000 residents. It's a beautiful coastal town, but not all too unlike the others you find in this part of England. Though something absolutely unique about this place and its people comes in the form of a nickname ascribed to its citizens by others around the country. The people of Hartlepool are often referred to as the monkey hangers. Why exactly? Well, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with their climbing expertise. According to legend, back during the Napoleonic Wars off the coast of Hartlepool, a French ship became shipwrecked and was spotted sinking by the Hartlepool locals. A French ship this far north was pretty unusual and was a first of its kind encounter for the people of the town. After the thing had fully sank, the Hartlepoolians hastily rushed to the beach where wreckage washed up in the hopes of finding treasure or potential surviving enemy soldiers who they could, interrogate and ask why the French were up here. Among the wreckage, the townsfolk found only one survivor. It was the ship's apparent pet monkey. A monkey that was purportedly dressed in its own miniature French military-style uniform. He was the vessel's mascot and was likely a source of amusement for the now drowned soldiers. So this little mini monkey Napoleon is the only survivor here. For us, it sounds like a pretty amusing find. But this was genuinely unnerving to the Hartlepoolians. Keep in mind, Hartlepool is located on the far northeastern side of England. Hell, it's closer to Scotland than it is to London. not to mention France. So these Hartlepedilians had never really interacted with the Frenchmen at all. And during the war, propaganda and satirical cartoons were everywhere, depicting the French as these cretinous ape-like creatures with tails and claws. Bear with me because this part of the story is very much disputed as to actually what happened. So it's theorized by some who have chronicled the Hartlepool monkey story that the locals, due to their limited understanding of Frenchman anatomy, genuinely thought the monkey was an actual French soldier or even worse, a French spy. According to legend, the townsfolk tried to get the monkey to speak, asking it various questions. Where is Napoleon? What are the French plans? Was an invasion imminent? But because it was a monkey, the thing just answered with screeches and chatters, which the townspeople apparently thought was the French language. The locals took in the would-be Frenchman as a prisoner of war and charged it with being an enemy spy for the French. And after being taken into custody, they held a trial, the result of which obviously found the monkey guilty of espionage on all counts. Afterwards, the townsfolk dragged the monkey into the town square and hung it from a crudely erected gallows. And the legend of the Hartlepool monkey hangers was born. Decades and even centuries pass, and the story of the famous monkey hanging spreads throughout Europe, resulting in the Hartlepool citizens getting their unscrupulous monkey hangers nickname. Even to this day, at rival football games, other teams can often be heard taunting the Hartlepool team with the phrase, "Who hung the monkey?" But the Hartlepedilians aren't all too ashamed of their alleged simian lynching past. As a matter of fact, in 1999, the Hartlepool United Football Club made their mascot a monkey that they call Hangus the Monkey. And their local rugby union team, the Hartlepool Rovers, are also colloquially known as the Monkey Hangers. In 2002, one of the mascots who wore the Hangus the Monkey suit ran for political office. His platform embraced the historical monkey hanging culture and promoted it as being important to the town's identity. He was later elected as mayor for the town. Mayor Stuart Drummond served for a total of 3 terms off the back of embracing the monkey hanging lore. Needless to say, the story of the monkey hangers has become integral to the identity of Hartlepool, but it must be stated that the degree of truth to this story is still up for debate. During the Napoleonic Wars, when the incident supposedly occurred, only a reported 14 ships sank in the Hartlepool Bay area. And according to records, none of them were French ships. So many simply consider it an apocryphal tale with no true confirmation of its authenticity. I want to believe, damn it. There are some historians that theorize that the monkey story might actually be a cover-up for something darker that actually occurred. During this time, small-statured boys ages 12 to 14 years old were in service to ships, as they were small enough to move expeditiously through the narrow spaces below decks, and they were designated to perform tasks such as priming the cannons with gunpowder. These boys were called the powder monkeys. So it's possible that the people of Hartlepool just actually hung a fucking kid.
Sick shirt.
Though we may never know the answer, most of the people of Hartlepool believe the story to be true. A quote from the mayor. "Of course it happened. It is too bizarre of a story to make up, so there must be an element of truth to it." Absolutely bulletproof logic, and shout out to the monkey hangers. The execution of murderous Mary. Now we reach one of the more upsetting stories of the day. While not formally sentenced by a judge, this elephant was sentenced to death by the court of public opinion in a small town in Tennessee. This decision resulting in a macabre public spectacle that many believe has cursed the region up to the modern day. Mary the elephant was a 5-ton, 22-year-old Asian elephant that in 1916 performed and toured with the Sparks Brothers Circus. Now, the Sparks Brothers Circus, led by its owner Charles Sparks, was like the Temu version of circus menageries around at the time. It couldn't hold a candle to John Robinson's 4-ring circus, which was said to have traveled with 42 railroad carts worth of animals, or Barnum and Bailey's 84 animal carts. Sparks only had 10. But despite their lesser offerings, Sparks managed to get by with his assortment of supposedly educated sea lions, powdered dogs posing like Greek statues, circus clowns, and of course the imposing Mary the elephant. also known as Murderous Mary. Mary was billed as the largest living land animal on Earth. Mary was talented, said to have been able to play 25 songs using musical horns without missing a single note, and could even pitch and bat baseballs, a feat that astonished millions around the country. Aside from Mary's abilities, Sparks marketed her as dangerous. The circus claimed that Mary had killed upwards of 18 men. During those times, billing an animal as dangerous would draw huge numbers, as people would flock to see if the elephant was indeed as ferocious as described. Out of all of Sparks' menagerie, Mary was his cash cow. While it was all fun and spectacle on the surface, Sparks' operation had a dark underbelly, as many of the circuses of the time did. There was much in terms of abuse going on, as well as mistreatment towards animals. And when it came to hiring professionals, well, they were few and far between. Most animal handlers, circus workers, and staff were hired on carnies, homeless drifters who worked for cheap. Such was the case with Sparks' newest hire-on at the time of this story taking place, 36-year-old Walter Red Eldridge, a homeless janitor who joined the show as Mary's handler. Eldridge was described as, quote, a transient hotel clerk with a horse jockey's physique and so irritable that the smallest hindrances triggered bouts of hollering and flailing limbs, unquote. On September 11th, 1916, Eldridge was...
doesn't work anymore. Fix that. Doesn't work anymore, man.
hired, and the man wouldn't make it 48 hours before being let go. Only he wasn't terminated, he was killed. The day after Eldridge was hired, the Sparks Circus was in Kingsport, Tennessee. Here, the unqualified homeless handler was chosen to lead the parade of animals riding atop of Mary through Kingsport, and that's when tragedy struck. What exactly happened is contested, but here are a few eyewitness accounts. One witness, a 19-year-old man named W.H. Coleman, claimed that after the Kingsport performance, Eldridge had ridden Mary to a pond where she could take some time to drink and splash around with the other elephants. He explains what happens next in the most Eastern Tennessee way possible. Shout out to Wendigoon. There was a big ditch at that time, run up through Center Street, and they'd send these boys to ride the elephants. There was, I don't know, 7 or 8 elephants. And they went down to water them. On the way back, each boy had a little stick-like that was a spear or a hook at the end of it. And this big old elephant reached over to get her watermelon rind, about half a watermelon somebody eat and just laid down there. And he did. The boy gave him a jerk. He pulled him away from him, and he just blowed real big. And when he did, he took him right around the waist and throwed him against the side of the drink stand, and he just knocked the whole side of it out. I guess it killed him. But when he hit the ground, the elephant just walked over and sat his foot on his head. Blood and brains and stuff just squirted all over the street. Another account from the September 13th, 1916 issue of the Johnson City Staff newspaper described that Mary, quote, coiled its trunk vice-like about Eldridge's body, lifted him 10 feet into the air, then dashed him with fury to the ground. And with the full force of her beastly fury, is said to have sunk her giant tusk entirely through his body. The animal then trampled the dying form of Eldridge as if seeking a murderous triumph. Then, with a sudden swing of her massive foot, hurled his body into the crowd. Whatever the case, Eldridge was dead and Mary was the culprit. After the killing, it was said many attendants had drawn weapons and opened fire on Mary. A blacksmith named Hinch Cox supposedly fired his .32-30 Winchester rifle 5 times at the beast, but Mary reportedly shrugged off the bullets. As a crowd formed at the killing scene, the outraged mob demanded Mary be dispatched on the spot. Around this time, the town's top lawman, Sheriff Gallahan, would shoot at Mary with his .45 revolver, and according to a witness, his shot only knocked chips out of her hide. The sheriff failed the on-the-spot execution. Hit him in the eye. That's now things would calm down a bit and Mary would be subdued and the frothing crowd disperse. But Sparks now had blood on his hands. It was one thing to bill an elephant as dangerous, but if the elephant actually was dangerous and had killed someone, well, now it was a problem and hurt his bottom dollar. Mary went from his main attraction to a liability. In the time after the death of Eldridge, towns in Tennessee were refusing to allow his circus to perform, and the nearby Johnson City, where performances had already been scheduled, implemented a new tax ordinance restricting Carnival's operations within city limits. In the mind of Charlie Sparks, this thing was hurting his business and it had to be put down. And what he decides to do next, I must say, is reprehensibly cruel. On September 13th, 1916, in Irwin, Tennessee, Mary was brought out for a scheduled performance, likely thinking she was about to perform tricks as usual. But something was off. She was chained up outside of the main circus tent, purportedly nervous, swaying as if she knew something was wrong. Folks at the show were initially dismayed that Mary wasn't doing tricks for them, but Mr. Sparks quelled their disappointment with a big announcement. Due to near unanimous public support, Mary was sentenced to death and scheduled to be publicly hung. It was scheduled for later in the afternoon at the nearby Clinchfield rail yards, and all were invited, free of charge, no price of admission, public execution of an elephant. A crowd of 2,500 people gathered to watch Mary be hung, and many witnesses would later give their recollection of the events. Quote, "They had a time getting the chain around her neck. Then they hooked the boom to the neck chain, and when they began to lift her up, I heard the bones and ligaments cracking in her foot. They finally discovered that she had not been released from the rail, so they did that. Reportedly, the chain ripped after she had been raised off the ground, and she'd hit the ground with a great thud and sit upright, breaking her hip. The crowd, though, had no idea she had broken her hip and saw her as a dangerous loose elephant, so they all panicked and rushed for cover. Workers then reattached a heavier chain and set up the winch for a second time, and on this go-round, the hanging was successful. Witnesses say they kept Mary hanging there for close to half an hour, and then dug a grave with a steam shovel about 400 feet up the tracks, where they then proceeded to dump her inside and bury her underneath. Many claim that a group of grave robbers descended upon her tomb later that night to dig her up and cut off her tusks to sell for money. But in the photo, it can be seen that Mary had no tusks at the time she was hung. It's also important to keep in mind that usually female Asian elephants don't have tusks. Mary's grim legacy would bring tourism to Irwin, but in time, many of the locals began to see the whole affair as a curse, as the town became stigmatized as the one full of imbeciles that hung an abused elephant, which rightfully lashed out against its cruel handlers. Though in modern years, the people of Irwin have fought back against the unscrupulous narrative. In 2016, on the 100th year anniversary of Mary's hanging, Irwin began a week-long annual event where they raised money and paid $9,000 to local artists to paint 8 fiberglass elephants that were later auctioned off, and all the proceeds went to an elephant sanctuary in Tennessee. To this day, locals have raised thousands of dollars to help elephants, and the fund.
Hold on a sec, chat. I fixed bullshit before it pissed me off too much. Should be untangled. Oh. Ah, fuck. Oh, man. There's so many goddamn cables, dude. Why is there not one, like, thing that you can plug? Why is there not no wireless hub, USB hubs or anything like that, dude? That's what we need, dude. It's USB hub. That's a genius invention. If anyone has $10 million, let me know. We can invent that shit.
Raising continues. It also should be noted that the actual killing of Mr. Eldridge happened in Kingsport, Tennessee. They just did the hanging in Irwin, Tennessee. So cut him a little bit of slack. Maybe Kingsport actually needs the heat here. Mary's case is one of many from history that showcases the execution of a so-called murderous animal, a creature sentenced to death for perceived crimes against man. However, in this case, it was nothing more than an abused creature fighting back against its cruel tormentors. Mary wasn't a murderer, she was a victim. Alcoholic monkey sentenced to life behind bars. Next, we cover the case of the Indian monkey, who rather than being harshly executed for alleged crimes against humans, was sentenced to life in confinement. In 2017, in Mirzapur, India, Kalua, a 3-year-old pet monkey, went on a rampage. According to reports, Kalua had a bit of a drinking problem, and he was on stuff stronger than Irish coffee. This little guy was a full-blown alcoholic, a wily pet owned by a local witch doctor. The owner was said to have routinely provided liquor for the
Indian
monkey
witch
and
doctor?
disturbingly fed the pet meals of minced monkey meat, making it a cannibal. In 2017, however, the occultist owner of this corrupted beast died, leaving the alcoholic monkey in the early stages of withdrawal. So then, Kalua took to the streets of Mirzapur, roaming neighborhoods in the area and lashing out at unsuspecting victims eager to find more booze. His rampage was violent, attacking a reported 250 pedestrians around the Mirzapur district in search of booze. The victims were mostly women and children. They were brutally assaulted, resulting in multiple instances of them needing plastic surgery to repair of bite marks and wounds that it had left. And not only did he maim multiple victims, he actually killed one as well. Kalua's violent outburst spurred a group of local trappers to respond. Kalua was able to elude them for quite some time, but eventually veterinarians and trappers caught up to him in the forests. Here they were able to subdue and capture him, dosing him with tranquilizers until he passed out, and they brought him to the Kanpur Zoo. Over the next 3 years at the Kanpur Zoo, Kalua remained hostile to everyone, especially female zookeepers and other monkeys. The zookeepers hoped to one day integrate the simian back into the wild, but that was simply not happening. He was too violent and reportedly had an insatiable appetite for meat, specifically monkey meat. He refused to eat vegetables, and zoologists believed his rage was partly due to his alcohol withdrawals as well as the cannibalistic diet he had purportedly been on since he was little. In many animals, resorting to cannibalism can cause rage and aggression. Therefore, Kalua needed to be isolated forever. He was just too dangerous. Quote, "We kept him in isolation for some months and then shifted him to a separate cage," said the zoo doctor. "There has been no change in his behavior and he remains as aggressive as he was. It has been 3 years since he was brought here, but now it has been decided that he will remain in captivity all his life." So in June of 2020, Indian authorities sentenced Kalua to life behind bars for his crimes against man. The monkey is to remain isolated for the rest of his life in human captivity. While obviously this isn't a formal court sentence, it was considered a matter of public safety to lock this monkey up, and a collective push from the community resulted in him getting a life sentence. The Parrot Murder Witness. Next, we explore a genuinely fascinating crossroads of animals and crime. That being animals who witness the crimes of human beings speaking up. While I must clarify that the animal involved in this story was never called as a formal witness in the actual courtroom, its testimony, if you will, had millions online carrying about a criminal case they otherwise never would have heard of. This story takes place back in 2015 in the Inslee Township of Sand Lake, Michigan. Martin and Glenna Durham are at the center of it, a rather troubled married couple who had been living together for close to 11 years. On the outside, the two seemed amicable towards one another, but behind the scenes, the relationship had turned bitter. The discontent mostly caused by financial strain. This pent-up discontent apparently came to a head on May 13th of 2015. When after a welfare check was called by a concerned neighbor, law enforcement discovered both Glenna and Martin in the home, and they had both been shot. Martin was found dead on the floor in his underwear. He'd been shot 5 times. Glenna was found with a gunshot wound to the head, but was miraculously still alive. The woman was rushed to the hospital and managed to survive her injuries. The immediate question from authorities: what the hell happened here? Well, turns out there was somebody or something inside of the house at the time of the apparent shooting that may have had the answer to that very question. This is Bud, an African gray parrot and pet of the deceased Martin Durham. Bud's birdcage was positioned in the living area of the home, near where the shooting occurred. As many of you are aware, parrots are renowned for their mimicry ability. Voices, beeps, bops, whatever sound you can think of, these guys can mimic it. And well, given what the parrot was saying, it soon became clear that Bud may have directly witnessed or heard the traumatizing scenario that led to his owner's death and Glenna's wounding. In the time following the death of its owner, Bud the parrot was relocated to the home of Christina Keller, Martin's ex-wife, who actually originally owned Bud with Martin before their divorce. Not long after being in Christina's possession again, Bud began making chilling sounds and mimicking what seemed to be a heated domestic altercation between a man and a woman. The phrase, "don't fucking shoot," is heard spoken by the parrot multiple times. Take a listen. Now, it's impossible to say for certain, but I'd be willing to bet that that parrot was mimicking the traumatizing final moments that led up to Martin's death. You know, the don't shoot and all, and the guy's dead from gunshot wounds. The parrot alternates from a higher voice to a deeper voice as it talks. Perhaps there was a fight between a certain man and woman that ended in deadly violence that he was mimicking. It's important to note that in the time since the shooting, Glenna had claimed that she didn't know who had shot her and her husband, insinuating that they had been the victims of some random crime of violence. Her claim would become rather sus in short time. Bud the parrot's testimony isn't the only reason to be suspicious of Glenna.
Damn,
investigators found no
$5,000.
forced entry into the house, no signs of an outside person going in there, and the gun found at the scene was registered to Glenna. And considering her single gunshot wound to the head, they began to suspect her of perpetrating a botched murder-suicide. Glenna would be made the prime suspect and charged with open murder. Later, suicide notes were found authored by the woman, all but confirming her intent. Prosecutors quickly found themselves with an open and shut case, but many online thought otherwise and pushed for Bud the parrot to be made a formal witness and appear in court for good measure. After all, it seemed he was the only living creature that had witnessed the alleged murder. Maybe the little guy would go in front of the jury and mimic out the words, "It's me, Glenna, and I'm about to shoot my husband, squawk." While it would be entertaining to have a parrot on the stand, what you guys need to realize is animals can't actually be used as witnesses in court for many reasons. Shocking, I know. But a parrot can't take an oath. It can't be cross-examined. It can't answer any questions for that matter. And it can't be made responsible for any false statements that it may squawk. If a judge out there allowed a parrot as a witness, you have more things than just a parrot to worry about. So okay, maybe we don't have him on the stand as a witness, but why not include his mimicry of the alleged murder scene as part of the prosecutor's evidence? While I do personally believe that the parrot does mimic what was heard the night of Martin's death, this evidence probably would have weakened the case against Glenna. What if the parrot was mimicking a previous altercation they had that didn't end deadly? Or simply something that it overheard on TV? If you're going to bring in evidence, it needs to be bulletproof. It can't just be the hearsay of a dumb bird. No offense to Bud. Really, the only type of animal behavior you see used in court as evidence is canine dogs reacting to the presence of drugs. That's about the extent of what the court allows. So sadly, Bud was never admitted as a formal witness, but his snitching wasn't in vain, as the bird did help bring massive amounts of public attention to this case, and his owner would eventually get justice. On July 19th of 2017, Glenna Durham would be found guilty of a felony firearm charge and first-degree murder. She would be sentenced to serve life without parole. While it goes without saying that this is a very sad case, it does bring me some peace that Bud was able to, at least indirectly, assist in exposing what happened to his beloved owner, Martin. Long live Bud the Parrot. Oh, yeah, we made it to the end of the video.
Here's a smoke
We got a
machine.
big wave of fog coming in here. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought about this one down below in the comment section.
Here's a smoke machine. That's sick. What a sick room, dude. Lottery scratchers ruin lives. I never buy lottery scratchers. I always lose them all. I never won once. I think I've won my money back once. I bought another ticket, then I lost.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come in and sit down because today we're going to be talking about scratcher tickets.
1, 5, 7, and 11. 1, 26. I'll do 6 as well. 10, 24, a 1, and an 8. Win $5. $20 profit card.
Holy shit.
39.
Gambling can be one of the hardest and most financially draining addictions a person can have. Bombshell. It's not just casino games and slot machines you have to worry about, however. There's a type of gambling that is far more accessible to the average everyday person, whether you have just $20 or just a single dollar to your name. Scratch-off tickets are available at every gas station across the United States, and thousands of people visit their local station every day to try to win big. There's even some people, it's gotten so big that there's full-on content creators that do it now. And there's something where I feel like everybody's just experienced some guy asking for a $5 scratcher. That much a part of American culture.
Can I get a $5 scratcher?
Can I have $5?
Hey, can I get a $5 scratcher?
Okay, you wouldn't.
You spare $5 so I can get a scratcher?
A lot of people $5 in general.
No, but I got a scratcher. You want a scratcher? If you win anything, you keep it.
Here you go. So I scratch it here.
Yep, and those are your numbers up top on the blue diamonds.
See so.
I don't think so.
Dad.
Now we gave it our best shot.
You know, thanks for giving me a shot at it.
No problem, buddy. He took my coin.
What many don't realize is there is a whole culture behind the scratchers filled with its own superstitions, rules, and competitions. So let's get ready as we make our way through the strange, addicting world of scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
This is 115.
Okay. I got a $5 check that says 500 frenzy, a $10 one that says 50 and $100 blowout.
Oh, I want to get blown.
Loaded exclusively with 50 and $100 prizes. $20, $2 million jackpot fortune, a $30 Super 7, and then last but not least, a $50 ticket. Jesus Christ. Which is millionaire riches. Okay, so these are the icons I'm looking for. These are the winning numbers, voice. Oh. Feels good doing this, doesn't it? Win $5? Wait. Or is it not one of these?
I think you won $5. You won $5.
Buy another one, buy another one. Broke even, boys.
So,
broke even.
What happens now, you won $5 and it's $5. So you just go get another one, do it all over again.
Oh, there you go.
You want to go cash in and get yourself another one? I'm going to do the $10 one while he's doing that. You know what's kind of fucked up? I don't think we're going to lose on any of these. I feel that confident.
Just keep sending Jacob.
Go back in.
For most of you, scratchers have been around since as long as you can remember. But those who were around in the 1970s were losing their goddamn minds over this game-changing way to gamble. American computer scientists John Koza and Daniel Bauer created the first lotto scratcher in 1974. And together, they had marketing experience as well as a history of designing computer algorithms for printed bingo cards, something that translated perfectly to the lottery. They even developed a secret coating on the scratchers that would keep them safe from counter theft tickets. Massachusetts was the first state to sell scratchers, and they were practically flying off the shelves. And this overwhelming success led to other states wanting to get in on the action immediately. Their accessibility, convenience, and ability to elicit instant gratification has made scratchers insanely addictive. Throughout 2023 and 2024, California Lottery sold $6.6 billion in scratchers, which accounts for over 70% of their total lottery sales. If going to a nearby gas station isn't convenient enough for you, there are now online scratchers, and we're not just talking about your standard cards. Scratcher.fun is a crypto-based online scratcher launchpad that allows you to not only gamble on themed scratchers, but create your own and make money off of it. People will post custom artwork and even offer up their own bonus prize, like a free vacation, or in one case, a PS10 Pokemon card.
I hope it's Charizard.
See, that's how you know online gambling is getting bad. Digital gambling. The thrill of a scratcher is to actually hear the scratch. It's the ASMR. It's the
scratch.
Yeah, it's exactly. Can I really get my itch scratched if I am not physically scratching off the ticket? I know I wouldn't.
Bust. Fuck. It's okay. That one's just a dud.
God. Is this the same one?
It's the same one, yeah.
All right, let's see.
We're rolling.
All right, I don't know if I like that we have both 33 and 34. Come on.
Bus.
All right, now we're going up to 20. The $10 ticket didn't fucking yield anything. I don't want to say what I'm going to do, but it's going to be bad.
$2 million jackpot fortune.
Yeah, those are all dunks.
I told Allison this was going to hit.
If this is a bust, do not tell her.
Last one. Oh. Chat, did we win?
The thing about scratchers
made
too
to
is
lose.
that if you
They
start
don't
doing
check
it
them.
every day, you
Nobody
go get your
checks
scratcher,
them.
it's a problem.
Maybe
Like
like
a
one
period.
out of fucking
You
a
let it come to
million
you.
fucking win. But the company makes
that.
fucking
It's like
1 billion
it's like
before
kid,
someone
it's
else
just-
makes
it's a
like
feeling.
a
When
million.
you're waiting in line doing something at a gas
So it's
station, and you just kind of
extremely
look over the case and you
profitable.
feel it. That's the time. But if it becomes an
Nobody
everyday habit,
checks them to make sure like
you
you
gotta
can
stop
actually
that.
like
I
it's
don't
like
like that.
good ratio.
Had that feeling.
Of getting a scratcher?
Yeah.
Company makes fucking a billion in sales and somebody
You are
makes
one of the
like
cheapest
1 or
people
2
I've ever met
million.
in my life.
That's
So I
it.
don't know.
I've
To be fair though, it is
It's
gambling. It's not like you
genius.
can't be cheap, but you'd definitely be the buddy where it's everyone's like, all right, let's just get a $2 scratcher. Okay.
You have a chance to win $2 million,
No.
but you have
I-
a
dude, yeah, bullshit. You'd be like-
0.00002% chance.
If everybody was in on it-
$2? No, there's no way. There's been plenty of times where we'll be like, oh, it's $5. Let's do it. I'll just watch. I'll watch. Goes home, buys $1,200 of anime Blu-rays. Yeah, exactly. My collection grows. When it comes to any kind of gambling, people refuse to accept the fact that they're not in control of the odds. This is the case even with scratchers, with people having all sorts of wild superstitions. Sometimes people refuse to buy a scratcher unless the serial number on the back contains specific numbers they deem as lucky. Other people believe it's bad luck to buy a card that's been ripped or damaged in any way, which they believe results in an automatic loss.
I wouldn't buy a scratcher that was ripped.
Man, I'm like, what the not even the superstitious thing. I'm just like, what kind of gross ass little scratcher is that? Give me I just want a clean cut scratcher card.
Oh shit, dude, she f***ed up. That's a super. You're not supposed to buy them scratched like that or ripped.
What if that's our luck though?
Well, let's prove it.
Yeah. Aliens, let us win.
It really kind of.
Bottom line.
All right. Well, obviously,
The aliens didn't do anything.
Come to our aid.
it was also because it was ripped. It was fucking ripped.
There are also people that blow on their cards, or wait until a specific lucky time of day to pick a store they deem to be lucky, or use a special coin or tool to scratch the numbers off with. I had a buddy whose dad used a wrench. That was his lucky wrench. Not even joking, in his truck.
Yeah, but
I've
how
never
many
seen-
times
ever
do
seen
you
someone-
win? If you don't win one time, it's not your lucky win. We have to be on the street. You can't just win once, or you can't just think that you have a lucky thing and not win at all. You gotta win at least 2 or 3 times if you
struggle. Let me tell you, take a fucking wrench and scratch off a scratcher. Difficult.
I bet with that guy who's just like, man, I don't got no. Oh, here's a wrench, and then
He hit it one time with the wrench. He's like, that's my lucky wrench. Yeah. One strange gambler was caught getting angry whenever someone wished him good luck after buying a scratcher, claiming it actually jinxes the cards. Oh, you, buddy. You're basically just
fucking need a
dousing this in
refund now.
gasoline and lighting it on fire. Dick. Whenever it happens, he becomes irate and mumbles under his breath, "These tickets are worthless now." Nick, I wonder, do you think these superstitions work, though?
No.
We should test it.
Oh, okay. Are we buying one of each?
Okay, well, I mean, how much? I'm trying to make this maybe a $5 affair. I don't know if I'm trying to make this a one of each ticket. Yeah. You ever look at the fucking scratcher case? There's 70 goddamn scratchers in there.
I think that we spent like $105 on all these together. Now, a $30 ticket is sure to net us something good, huh?
All right, we kind of peaked on the $5 one.
Oh. Is that the last one?
$50, boys. Millionaire riches. We need to at least make $105 right here to break even. Oh my God, look how many numbers.
That's what I'm saying. There's 2 lines of winning numbers.
That's 20 numbers.
That is way too many.
It goes up to 80. It goes 84? Fuck.
This is too much.
Last line?
This is too much to look at.
What are we feeling? Who thinks that we're going to get?
I think we can get the
You made
car.
to lose.
I think we get the bell. We're getting the bell.
Somebody makes $1 or $2 million.
Okay.
30.
While fucking the company makes $1 billion.
36. It's always the last one.
I start my own scratch
54?
card, man.
We had 53.
59. This is a do not tell Alice.
Make it like a 1 in 5 like win ratio, or even 1 in 10 win
It was absolutely
ratio.
disgusting. What do you think I'm going to say? I immediately want to get more. Should we do one more run through? Yeah. The only way that I actually lose is if I stop right here.
True.
Because when I go back in there and I get the next one, I'm going to get 210 and I'm going to break even.
We still won.
85%.
We won the $5 one. We still won.
Well, we won a $5 and then we lost it. So technically we're still very much down.
But still, you got the feeling.
I do not like that I hit my peak on the 5. All right, can I at least say that?
Since scratch-off tickets are so readily available, nearly everyone has a few scratch-off stories. On his birthday, a man received a card and 4 tickets from his mother, only to find that tickets were already scratched. Inside the card, his mother wrote, and I quote, "Sorry you didn't win." Thinking this was a joke, he called his mother to ask. She told him that they were legit tickets, but she scratched them because she couldn't trust him to share the winnings with her if he'd won. I'll tell you what, you hear the specific thing of that little blurb was that he called her. He does not see that woman on Christmas. Hey, did you mean to send this to me? Okay, cool. Click. Who was that, sweetheart? A ghost. That's what I would say. I will say too, I don't care who you are. Can we at least agree that scratch-off tickets are the best stocking stuffer?
Oh, yeah.
You try to show me someone who doesn't smile when they open up, when they peek in their sock. Oh,
it's fun. You didn't pay for it. It's free gambling. And if you win,
Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh,
yeah, it's
exactly.
free gambling.
Yeah, I'm not sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, you gave me
it's
that
really
look.
good
This
for
is a gift.
stocking
It'd be
stuffer,
rude to
'cause
give
it's
back.
really
For
good
those
for
that
a
are serious
present,
about winning,
too.
there
It's
are
free
tools
gambling.
specifically designed for scratching tickets. that
Actually,
some
yeah, that's
gamblers
actually a
use.
really good idea, dude. No matter what, if you don't know what somebody likes, you can just give them scratch-off tickets, dude. Just give them like 50 or like $100 worth of fucking scratch-off tickets. Like, yeah, here's some free gambling. Good luck. I didn't really know what to get you, but here's some free gambling. Yeah, dude, that's free gambling is always a good present.
One woman went online seeking tool recommendations after their mother developed an infection in her thumb from using it exclusively to scratch off tickets. They claim that their mother's finger was black and infected after not cleaning the area because she refuses to use coins. How many people, like, you see people sitting there
She's
scratching?
that
How many people
stubborn,
wash
she's
their
probably
hands?
not cleaning her hands at all during like
Telling
on a
you,
weekly
give me a
basis
goose
at
egg.
least.
Most of the comments on her post recommended a standard scratching tool or tools from their garage. What? To scratch the tickets?
Yeah.
Just use a fucking coin.
Use a
Why do
flathead.
people have to make that be so complicated?
Don't be using a
Just
flathead
carry a
screwdriver.
quarter with you. Ain't a big deal. Am I wrong?
Maybe it's not efficient. Like maybe you want to scratch off one go. You just want to get it done.
You know what's fucked up is that's 100% what it is. It's somebody being like, well, I don't want to sit there and do this, but with this tool, I'm able to do. Just fucking use a goddamn coin and call it a day. Am I wrong?
It takes too long. I want the money now.
At what point is it? I paid for it. I want it now. I guess if you're a scratcher addict, the allure of the scratching, like the buildup, is gone. You're just like, it's like peeling off a scab with your finger.
But that's, yeah, see, for normal people, that's the fun. That's what you that the anticipation.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that the coin keeps that allure alive is the possibility. Almost every severe gambler that I've seen where you're like, that motherfucker's in deep, is somebody that's like, they're superstitious and they have to have their remedies. And I don't think it's a quick process. I don't think that it's just a swipe and pull. I think they're wanting some. If anything, the fucking tools are probably to make it even longer. Like the wrench. I was telling you that fucking wrench, I'm telling you.
1, 5, 7, and 11. And then can I also do like a $1, a $2, and a $3 scratcher? I got a $1, a $3, a $10, a $20, a $30, and a $50 one. All right. You got a hot dog? This is the problem, dude. Beforehand, you know what the problem was? I didn't make a little ceremony for myself. So I gotta do my ceremony that I'm gonna make for myself right now. I'm gonna light it. I'm gonna blow this on the card. And that's gonna give me the luck I need.
This is Patreon exclusive.
Oh shit, because we can't do that. All right, well, just no. Well, I can't do that then. What about something with your hot dog, maybe? Could you hover your hot dog over my scratcher?
Bless it.
Okay, you're gonna put that in your mouth and eat it?
Yeah.
You can't eat all the hot dog. I mean, we got all these scratchers. You're gonna have to hold on. If that's the thing we're gonna have to do. So you have to touch your hot dog to this.
Which scratcher is that?
This is a $1 scratcher. The 10 times the cash.
Ooh.
If I make $200 on this, I will actually kill myself. Because I've spent too much on the tickets. And I would have been like, all I had to do was buy a $1 ticket. Our numbers, boys, are 9 and 4.
3, 9.
You know what? You eat the hot dog. I'm gonna take this ketchup packet. That's on the ground. Oh my God. Well, first off, this is a $3. Do I have to undo? Okay, I'm actually gonna put that down. Do I have to do all of these and then see if I make bingo?
Yeah.
Too much goddamn work going into this, dude. See, this is one of the ones though where it's like it's a slow burn. The $1 one was too quick. Now these are for people that's like, I want to have a little bit of time. This is gonna take so long. Just go and scan it and see if we won.
Some people will do anything to get their fix, but not everyone wants to spend the money for a chance to win. In some states, you can cash in non-winning tickets for points with the
Oh. Memphis.
lottery system. And if you collect enough points, you can turn them in and earn a free ticket. An Ohio resident regularly takes advantage of this by dumpster diving behind the local gas stations in his town to collect all the discarded losing tickets before submitting them for free tickets. It's not just gas stations that give out lotto tickets. Since the early 2000s, car dealerships have been mailing out scratchers. Most of the time, the prizes at these car dealerships involve winning a large sum of money or even a new car, but they can come with extensive fine print that most people don't read, leaving many participants feeling a bit scammed. In North Carolina, a dealership lost a potential customer after baiting people into believing they won $5,000 on their scratcher. I already know this is going to be a thing where it's like, oh, it's a promotional thing, whatever. You can't f with people's money like that, dude. Because, you know, he called everybody, I just won $5 grand. We're going out to dinner tonight. You know, all that kind of stuff. The game was identical to the symbols lotto tickets. Participants had to match 3 symbols and they won a big cash prize. However, when people showed up to the dealership eager to claim their cash, they were shocked to find out that they hadn't won any money. Instead, they had a code linked to a prize that was a meager $5 or nothing at all. That's gotta be illegal, right?
That is illegal.
I was playing RuneScape
the flags
earlier,
the scratcher
but
came with promoted that matching the symbols won big money, so many people thought it was a scam. The dealership said that it was not a scam and that its flyers were reviewed by specialists before
we're
being
watching
sent.
lottery scratchers ruin lives. by Papa Meat. I scratch their own lives.
What's the sailing level?
They also
Oh, I stopped at 80. I'm not waiting for anything. I don't really give a fuck about frost dragons or fucking yeah. I don't care about getting it to 87. Because I can I can raid and like do
Meat
fucking
Canyon is hilarious.
yeah, hell yeah, dude, hell yeah, you know I'm right on. Yeah, I don't really care about doing frost dragons because I got better money makers. I'm just waiting until they make like a raid or like an actual requirement for your or your sailing level to rise above 80 or 90 or
claimed that the
anything.
number of complaints compared to the number
I just
of
raid and
fires
do
sent out
bossing
was
on
relatively
stream and
low,
teach people
so it
raids and
wasn't a
stuff
big
like that and
deal.
help
Those
people with
fucking
raids.
scumbags. They got some fucking lawyer to be like, I mean, technically this is not what you know what I mean. It was basically that to be like, well, can we get sued?
Oh, is it because it's a free thing? Because it's just a flyer?
There's probably some stupid workaround. All I know is, and this is probably unfair, but if that happened to me, I'd probably punch the guy in the mouth.
If I thought I won $5,000,
How insulting is it to drive down there?
Yeah.
You're excited. I won supposedly on this thing you gave me, and then the guy hands you $5, 1,000 less percent.
Been having bad RNG, so I gotta do a blessing of the noob ceremony.
I'm sorry, but that's what it
Bless
is.
some new
Another woman in
players.
Albuquerque experienced something similar after
And
driving
increase my
30 minutes to a
RNG.
dealership, believing she was claiming a big prize. When she got there, she asked one of the salesmen to claim her prize and even said that the marketing was deceptive. After going inside, she realized she hadn't won a grand prize at all, but instead the chance to pick an envelope that might contain one. Obviously disappointed, she picked a random envelope and won $5. How do we know that there's actually anything in these
I
envelopes?
don't know if
For-
they're not
probably for some
$1
reason
or
you have to
$0
have
or
something, but I bet you
$0,
it's
$0,
$99
$1, $2,
$5.
$5,
What they're doing is they're getting
and
an
like
account up there
$10.
to where they're trying to
The
give you a
max
sales
price
pitch.
is
I mean, like
$10.
literally, who are the three? If we had to have a top three worst human beings on earth, it's what? Car salesmen, lawyers, and realtors. Am I wrong?
Weathermen.
Like that. That's probably.
No, realtors are good. Lawyers help a lot of people. I would say probably border security. Some of them are really crooked, but only in like third world cities. Weathermen, and the first one he said, I forget what it was.
I mean,
but
like literally, who are the three? If we had to have a top three worst human beings on earth, it's what? Car salesmen, lawyers, and
salesmen.
realtors. Am I wrong? Like that. That's probably about it.
Yeah. Most sales.
Actually, nowadays Uber drivers
Let's
are
just
really
say
bad
anyone
too.
who's selling anything.
Some Uber drivers
Right?
are really
Anyone
bad
who's selling
too
anything,
nowadays.
you're
Like
the
they
worst.
take advantage of drunk
And don't you
people
dare
and
put a
shit like
fucking
that.
ad.
Yeah, I gotta help some noobs in RuneScape before I
you win?
do.
Facts.
No.
Big
gotta-
delay, lol.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's YouTube because YouTube doesn't have YouTube's not made for streaming. Twitch and like Kick are made for streaming. YouTube's made for videos. I have ultra low latency on. If I have
Please
normal
like the
latency
video,
on, it's
dogs.
like twice as long. If I fucking just like, I forget what the fuck. If I have like delay on, it's fucking way worse. But yeah, ultra low latency is really bad on YouTube. Unless you stream directly to YouTube. Actually, no, it's still really bad if you stream directly.
Nothing. Fuck. Oh god, I just
I
want to
stream
win on one of
directly
these,
to
dude.
YouTube
Can I
and
just
it's
win on
really
one?
bad
This is a
too.
dud too. Seems like this should be illegal, man.
Yeah, latency's bad and I still get stream sniped every time I log into fucking dead man mode. I know, dude.
Good luck.
Who has the luckiest? He has the baldest head.
People still fucking stream snipe me like fucking crazy in the main game and in fucking dead man mode.
The afternoon.
No.
I don't buy scratch out tickets, I can't afford them, and like I know it's a loss. It's because you don't know if they're being monitored. Like,
Wait,
like
there's
you don't know
still
how
one
many
online
tickets
now?
like win.
No.
Oh, that was it?
Like I think the
Why do
company,
you
I
even
think the
have to-
fucking people who make the like I want to make my
How
own
you be
scratch off
getting
ticket.
sniped with no viewers, haha.
I get like one viewer or two viewers, and then they'll share it with their Discord. They're like, snipe this guy, and then I'll fucking all of a sudden have like 10 viewers or something like that, and they'll just get fucking slammed, and then somebody will come in the chat and just talk shit, and then fucking it'll just drop to 0 viewers. I think they just do it for clips or like for videos for their clans or something like that. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Like it happens so fast. Like I'll see my viewer count just jump all of a sudden, and then fucking like something crazy will fucking happen, and then fucking it'll just drop completely. So I think they're just clip farming me or something like that. I'm not sure. I think it's a
Put
clan,
that
like
evil
clans doing
on
that
me.
or something.
Now I'm gonna be going all
or like
day being like, fuck,
communities
I'm
or
not gonna
something.
reach in the trash can and get it.
Some superstitions can get a little more insane.
That's
Look
fucked,
no further
LOL,
than
you
people
seem
who
chill,
shove their
bro.
scratchers into
I
their
tried,
pockets as
dude.
soon as they buy them because they truly believe that's bad luck for anybody to see the ticket.
I tried,
Which
dude,
also
but
that doesn't make any sense because the person that says that don't look at my scratcher, do you think he's like, I want that one, but don't look at it?
Yeah, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
I bet you some gas station cashiers have to do some crazy shit, man.
Oh yeah.
You have to hear some odd request. I remember one time I was in line, he was like, can I get
poor guy, dude.
person that says that
You're
don't
just
look at my
smacking
scratcher,
him, trying to
do you think
wake
he's like,
him
I
up.
want that one, but don't look at it.
Yeah, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
I bet you some gas station cashiers have to do some crazy shit, man.
Oh yeah.
You have to hear some odd request. I remember one time I was in line, he was like, can I get 15 cents on pump 6? And they went outside and he got into a car that was on
15
pump
cents?
4. The guy was just like, I don't know, man. I just do what they tell me. So I bet you, the reason I say that is because I bet you anything a guy's like, I want you to reach for it. I'll tell you where it's at. So the guy's like,
Yeah.
he's like, stop. He's like, hey, slow, clean tear. Hand her quick to me quick.
You take
You
a
know?
bullet.
I think with superstitious people, it's that if someone else looks at the ticket, I'm getting their luck. I've heard a lot of people be like, I'm naturally
Too
very
much
lucky.
light there.
So then they have like
I need
weird
to take
things
a
where
bush
somebody-
bullet.
a lot of people are like, if you touch it,
7%.
it's like no longer lucky. So then you lose. You're like, it's because you touched it. Because that guy's probably like,
bullet
because
to
you
the
looked
head.
at it. Or whatever.
Make excuses.
Yeah.
126. I'll do 6 as well, and then I'll do 18, and then I'll do it.
Cheers, dog.
Don't look at it. I can confirm that no one else looked at it.
I didn't even look at it.
Nick didn't look at it. There was no other people in the store that looked at it. I think this is gonna do well
All
for
right,
us.
let's see
Close
the
your eyes
shoddy
real quick,
RQ.
And then,
Did you get a different coin? Maybe we should swap out our coin.
should we?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
1916. Yeah, they're just teasing.
Jesus. Fuck. I'm a little frustrated. This is the last one though.
bullet
I
to the
can't keep fucking doing this all day because I will. This is a $30 one. 300 is what's called.
That a mini can.
Yeah, it's 7%. That's alcohol, dude.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Perfect shotgun, dude.
Well, he's got a Spartan coming at him. This ridge back is
How
not
many of
optimal.
those I could hide in my pocket when I'm walking around, dude?
Good numbers. Damn good
Bust it
numbers.
out.
Hallelujah.
Shotgun.
We got one?
Done.
No, not yet. See what I said there? Not yet.
They are just teasing us.
This last row. I know I've said that every single time, but this is the time that it actually pays, boys. Come on.
Wait.
Nope.
You know what? Here's your fucking warning sign, dude. I'm down $250.
It's only
Okay.
you don't do
100.
scratch cards because there's nobody. The only reason why you don't do it is because there's nobody monitoring it to check how many cards win out of how many cards they sell or deliver to the store. So like the company could be making like $1 billion, and they could essentially only be giving out cards that win like most out of that $1 billion that they win, or that they sell or print, or spend on printing. They can only give out like 2 million or 1 million or 3 million or something like that. So it's genius. I need to start my own fucking lottery card and to give out like fucking, if I make $1 billion, just give out like fucking half of that, like 500 million. Like, fuck,
I'm so
dude.
addicted to scratchers now.
I need to make a fucking my own lottery card
I
somehow.
gotta stay away from gas stations.
One more time.
I can't do any more. I'm not gonna do it.
85% of gamblers quit right before their big win.
You're making a lot of sense. Do you have any scratchers?
Not all scratcher enjoyers are plagued with bad luck,
Yeah,
however.
but they make
in
my own
1998,
scratch
Bill
card.
Morgan was living in his car when he was involved in a serious car accident that left him with a severe heart condition. While recovering from his trauma, he was
Yeah,
prescribed
1 out
some
of a
medicine to
million
help treat
people
his
win,
condition.
or 1 out of like
The medicine caused him
100,000
to have
people
an allergic
win.
reaction, which led him
But
to
it
having
makes the
a heart
company
attack
so much
that
fucking
killed
money.
him. He was dead for 14 minutes until being revived by paramedics and rushed to a hospital, where he remained in a coma for 12 days. My God. Miraculously, he awoke from his coma despite doctors recommending the family turn off his
I've
life
been in a
support.
coma before, it sucks.
And he would go on to make a full recovery. Okay, can I just say, sometimes do you ever think
But not for
doctors
that
are just
long.
a bit hasty?
Yeah.
With
I
some
was
shit?
only in a coma for a
They
couple
walk
hours.
in, they're like, oh my God, he's in a coma.
And I was like fucking, I woke up.
What is that?
Well, I was
Take
actually
public law.
technically dead, and I was brought back to life. Then I was in a coma.
Well, here's the thing.
It's like I had no
Am I talking
oxygen
about
going to
who's
my
in the coma?
brain.
Am I in the coma or no?
It's a family member.
Which family member?
Your mom.
Well, I wouldn't want her to suffer, so I'd pull it pretty quick.
Yeah, but like an hour into it.
Let's say we're putting on life support, and
And that's like a coma, like you have oxygen going to your brain, but no body, no brain activity.
A little religious fit in there. No one can say anything. You're in distress. I saw her. She's an angel flying around. Mom. Okay, why don't you calm down? Mom, she's flying to heaven. Oh, put that bitch in a hefty trash bag, right into the dumpster. You ruined my life. No, I don't know. Actually, I would not have the strength to ever pull the plug. I actually commend people that can be like, it's time. I have a lot of respect for people that can do that.
I think if they're brain dead, and the doctor's like,
oh, sure.
Yeah.
But if it's like a coma, I mean, this guy is not brain dead.
No, if they're just in a
motherfucker's just in a deep sleep, then they're just like,
yeah. It's been a week.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing him a favor.
I'm like, well, he did have like a heart attack, and I'm like, give the motherfucker some time. We could be using this bed for a kid who needs his tonsils out, but okay. Around a year later, Bill's life had dramatically improved as he had just recently been engaged and started a new job. Imagine this guy didn't. They couldn't give this guy a fucking business week. Engaged, he's got a new job. I mean, good God. It's another time where I'd go back up to that doctor, I'd punch him right in the fucking mouth. And you know, here's the thing. I know doctors are just like, statistically, X is the thing. And they see this stuff every day where you're like, someone's like, I have hope. I'll tell you what's scary. Have you ever seen someone who's on the brink of death and they will like get up?
Oh, no.
And they'll move? Oh, dude, it's like fucking frightening. But some people are like, oh my God, he's gonna come out of it. But they're like, that's like his body basically dying or whatever.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I get bought into whatever. But editor, put up a clip of it. Is that real? Nope. I don't know. But things would only get better when he bought a scratch-off ticket when he won a $30,000 Toyota Corolla, which also, dude, could you pick a longer lasting car? I bet you that fucking thing is still running like new today. How awesome. Good for this guy. A local news station was intrigued by his story and broadcast a segment about his change in luck. During filming, they had Bill scratch off another ticket for B-roll, but when he finished scratching it, he realized he won another $250,000.
I just won 250,000. Joking.
For B-roll.
I just won 250,000.
Oh my God!
Holy shit,
he almost fainted. Told the
they made him scratch off another ticket for B-roll and he fucking won again.
Was over. He called his wife
Holy
and told her they
shit,
could afford
dude.
to buy a new house. Today, Bill still buys a scratch ticket every week and is grateful for everything that has happened in his life. He states, and I
Holy
quote,
shit,
I've had a bonus
dude.
of 22 years, and that's the way you have to live your life. Every day I get up and put on my shoes,
That's
and even if
crazy,
I'm not
dude.
real well,
I guarantee
have to
the
shuffle down
fucking
road
production
and smell
company
the
bought it
roses,
for
look
him,
at the
too.
sun and think, how lucky am I?
They
Can I
just wanted a
say-
shot for B-roll.
I'm like, I have goosebumps. I want you to know right now.
And he wins
that made me
250K.
giddy.
Holy shit.
Such a crazy story.
How fucking amazing is
Christ,
that?
I need
It's one of
that,
those
dude.
times where you're like, is there any other proof that
Maybe
God
I
is
should
real?
buy scratch
I mean,
tickets,
actually,
dude. Maybe
just to
one
be
day I'll
like,
win
you, my
fucking
friend,
$250,000
14
and go on
minutes
a
dead.
world
You'd come
tour.
out of that and you'd be
Fucking
fucked
visit
up.
all you guys and
Brain-wise,
shit like that. Be coming out
you know what I
all
mean?
streaming
And this
around the
motherfucker
world.
just strolling down the road, cognitive enough, to just be like,
250K is more than enough to get you around the world like 5 times. In like
You know what's
very nice
fucked up?
places.
This is the truth of the matter, is that if you did stories like this,
I'd
all the
travel
time,
the
no
world
one
with
would watch.
10K. I mean, I don't think it's possible, but
Because I
I'd
know
fucking
some of you
attempt it.
motherfuckers are sitting there watching this video in your living room eating dinner.
20K,
and you're
I
just
think
like,
is
that
close to enough, but not that nice. But
that lucky
250K.
cocksucker.
Shit,
Eat a
dude.
Hungry Man dinner.
I'm going on a
scolding at
crazy
the
world
screen.
tour.
I have to go to work in 2 hours, and that motherfucker has a heart attack and gets a payday. But you know what? I'm right there with you too.
New Zealand, fucking
That's
Middle East, all over
I
Europe.
love that he probably drove that nearly perfect Toyota Corolla down to the gas station, whatever, and he's like, yeah, you want to do it here? I usually just go here. And then to win it there too, and then to call your wife and be like, you know what, let's actually buy that. I mean, I honestly, I don't even know what I would do. I'd start donating blood.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky blood?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'd be like, I bet you my blood's gonna fucking save somebody's life. You better watch out though, the government. What is happening? It's like, it's curing AIDS and cancer with this blood. They would grab that motherfucker and like, you never see him again. They start cloning them.
That's true.
Why would you not? It would be horrible. His luck would officially ran out. I'm saying you gotta be lucky, but maybe not that lucky.
You're too lucky.
Gotta watch out when the shadow vampire government starts coming after you. A little too much luck. 10, 24, a 1 and an 8 as well.
Your number one's a $50 ticket, right?
Yeah, we were driving by this one, and Jacob did say this was the luckiest spot. Did you not?
$360.
Yeah, I'm hooked. I got a little bit of a scratcher bug right now, right? I go inside, I try paying for this. He says, you can't use a credit card. I said,
What?
okay. So I get out my debit card. I don't remember the number for the pen for the debit card. So then Nick has to pay for the entire thing. Nick, thank you for supporting my addiction.
You're welcome.
And if I seriously, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't hit something here. 10 times again. What's our winning numbers? Give me a 17.
9.
Fucking 11.
9/11. Holy
Wait a
shit.
minute.
Do we even scratch it? Is it luckier to
Save it for last.
Oh, you got 320s?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
320s? We won 20 bucks off that.
And we're just getting started.
And that's just getting started on this one. Already.
Oh, we made our money back.
First off, we're down 300. All right.
Well, I meant on the card.
Now we're playing with house money on this card.
Come on. Now this is the time.
Another 20.
39.
39. Oh!
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if there's any other numbers. I'm gonna slow roll it a little bit.
Okay. I told you with Nick's money.
That's what it was, Nick. Is we needed you to pay for it.
This man is coated in luck.
God, I feel on top of the world. A star?
What is the star?
Minimum 10 bucks.
Yes.
This is a 30.
We are net.
Card's a juicer.
Positive. We just win.
Methinks Twin Peaks for lunch.
This is definitely a celebratory Twin Peaks kind of day. All right, now what did we win on the 39?
Okay, come on, baby.
10 bucks.
10 bucks.
$20 profit card.
That's 2 more scratchers.
Yeah, that card's a
$20
juicer, man. That's the
so
best
we
as
got
you're
20,
getting off
40,
a card.
altogether 40.
Unless you buy
Holy
1,000
shit.
of them.
That's pretty good. That's double your money on that card.
And we're just getting started.
That is double my money. It's true.
All right, we can split hairs later. A win's a win, all right? I think because we didn't scratch this, that's how we got that one.
I agree.
You hold that one too. Actually, I'm gonna leave it where it was. I'm gonna leave it where it was at. I'm feeling the 1. We've gotten 1 a lot. I think 1's gonna show its face today. Also, can I just say the sound you made when we won?
39. Oh! I was excited.
Unbelievable. Oh! I was excited too. I mean, I'm not gonna fault you for that. Does this mean we won a $20 minimum bonus or no?
20 wins 20.
20 wins 20.
Boom. 20.
Okay.
Back to back.
We're 60.
60. Nope.
I don't think so.
We still have 9/11. We get 10 extra. We get 10 bucks off this.
Oh, there's a 1.
He's so grabbing that die.
Yeah, the guy ran off with it.
Takes this coin.
Not all men get a peacock like this in the parking lot of a gas station, boys. We gotta hold our heads up because today we're winners. Granted, we spent about $350. That doesn't matter.
Negative $300.
Where we are
profit.
negative, we are positive. You know what that means? Twin Peaks for lunch.
Twin Peaks.
Scratchers may be a cheaper way and more approachable way to make a quick buck, but it's no different than going to a slot machine. If anything, the accessibility of scratchers can make the addiction even more harmful to you.
Final thought from me, scratchers, they're addicting. Stay away from scratchers. I feel already today, me scratching that hunched over, I feel addicted. I feel like I have changed fundamentally as a person. So I get the hype. I understand why people love the scratchers. I also, after a while, was kind of fucked up. I know we were joking at first about like superstitious stuff or like your things you do to win. I was already like, what if I did this? Like I'm gonna trick fate. So that's where it lays.
Buy a scratcher every now and then if you want.
God, I gotta restart the stream, dude. Give me like 2 minutes, dude.